Hi guys, I'm Teddy and welcome to my raid farm tutorial video. Today I'm going to show you how to build this thing below me. We got a nice beautiful little raid farm here and I'm currently just showing off a little bit of a raid. Those guys actually spawned inside the kill chamber. That's always interesting. But it's not a bad thing guys, because oh look, they're all dying quite nicely. So let's get into this build and I'll show you exactly what you need to get all the emeralds, all the gear you're ever going to want. And if I just quickly hop down in here, you can see exactly what we've been getting. We haven't been going very long. This has been going for one raid. And we've already got ourselves a mending book in here. This is awesome, guys. This is absolutely awesome. And as I get here at the village, I'll cut away and I'll come back to you in just a tick. Alrighty, guys. So what we need to build our raid farm is as follows. We need 64 chests, 64 hoppers, 8 pistons, 8 redstone torches, 8 observers, 2 minecart hoppers, a stack of glass panes, 9 stacks of solid blocks of your choice, not a stack of slabs, 2 minecart rails, a looting 3 sword, 2 tridents, an infinite water source, 2 pieces of packed ice, our villager, a bed, 4 stacks of leaves, again your choice, and some scaffolding. Ideally 3 stacks, but however much you can get your hands on. So let's get into this build, and I'll show you exactly what we need. You also need the map. That's one thing we're definitely going to need. So the first part of our build, guys, is we need our glass panes. And let's just get rid of that one there. And what we need to do is inside these pillars is we need to line up all the glass. Let's actually fill this staircase in just to keep ourselves a bit more privacy here. Just like that. Actually, one more row just inside there like so. Beautiful. And then we need to step away from the raid farm we're going to build. You need to be at least 44 blocks away to get all these guys to despawn. And if it fails by going away 44 blocks, then I simply recommend doing a peaceful cycle instead. And in fact, that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to hop into peaceful. As you can see, they're all gone. Go back into whichever difficulty you're on. I'll go back into hard difficulty, and then you've got to be at least 22 blocks away. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, our pillager has now spawned in, our captain, and what we need to do is figure out which block he has spawned on. Now, pillagers always spawn on the northwest corner of the block. That means that this block here is our key block. Now, the best thing to do with this, guys, is to just grab a different color block, break out the block that he is currently standing on. Let's just break out a bit of this glass so we can get down there. And replace the block, the spawn block, with that piece of whatever block you want to use to build it with. And then we just remove all the glass, all the way around him. We'll leave the glass that he's currently standing in place, because that is where we're going to build our trident killer. So I'll quickly clear out all this. I'm going to clear out the top layer, and I'm going to clear out everything below this level as well, just because it makes things a little bit easier to build the farm without this all here. You can leave it in, don't get me wrong, but I'm just going to get rid of it for the sake of the video. Alrighty guys, so I've taken the pillager outpost down to the ground. Obviously the bottom layer is still there. We will need to cover that with leaves, just to be safe, but for now we'll leave that as is. Next thing we've got to do, guys, is we've got to take out the rest of the platform apart from the 4 blocks around our pillager. Now, let's do that real quickly. And then we can start building our first trident killer. Now we've got this thing in place like so. So what we're going to need for this, let me just get rid of some of the excess stuff we don't need from our inventory. Alrighty, so for our trident killer, guys, we will need everything I've got in my inventory on my hotbar right now. So we've got our solid blocks, we've got observers, we've got redstone torches, we've got pistons, we've got a hopper, we've got our first minecart with hopper, we've got our rails, we've got our chests, and we've got our important tridents. So, the best way of doing this, I find, is you come down one block, just like so, all the way around. Now, obviously, if you're building this from the bottom, I recommend putting your storage in first, but I'm doing this a little bit on the backwards side. And then we want to put our pistons in just like so. And you'll notice I'm literally building this thing 2 blocks below the spawn platform. Okay, so if you're coming up from the bottom, then build up so you start the pistons are 2 blocks below the spawn platform. This bit is a little bit important, guys. So it can be more than 2 blocks, guys, but it cannot be less. It has to be at least 2 block drop, just so they clear this block here. So what we're going to do next is below our pistons, we are going to put another load of blocks in. And one of those blocks has to be a hopper. Now at this point you need to decide which way you want your farm to face. Do you want it to face whichever way you want to face it, basically? I'm going to face it this way because this is how I set to face it. So we want a piston here. Hopper, sorry, not a piston. We want our hopper to go there. Alrighty, so we put our hopper in, and after we put our hopper in, we need to put our chests underneath it. Now, if you're going to do this so it stages down, the way I recommend to do it is do hopper, chest, hopper, chest. So, again, you put another chest on there like so, and then, oh, come on game, behave. Like so. So you got hopper, chest, and if you're going to make these double chests, put leaf blocks just on top, just to be safe. So once we've got that, we need to put our minecart hopper in place. We need a block there, and we need to lift that block up 1 as well. Then we put our 2 rails in place, just like so. Pop our minecart there, give it a little push, just to get it into the block. And we need to give it a little bit of a nudge, just to get it in to the right spot, just like that. And then we fill around with blocks. And then we put our observers facing away from our pistons. This bit's kind of important. If they face the other way, your trident killer may not work. So they have to be facing away, just like so. One thing I did forget on our list of stuff we need, though, guys, I did actually forget a lever. So we're going to need 2 levers as well. I forgot to put that on my list. I'm sorry. So what we need is a lever, and that lever needs to be on the back of one of our pistons. So we're facing this way because our chests are facing this way. So you want this on the front, and you want to turn that on to lock that piston out. And then you put redstone torches on the side of your pistons, just like so. And that is your trident killer all set up, apart from your trident itself. So now we can break this block here and this block here. Throw your trident, or 2 tridents, or 1 trident is enough. Let's just say it that way. 1 trident is actually enough. And then if you want to put glass so you can see them dying, that's fine, but it's not a requirement. You don't have to have the glass in there. So that bit there, guys, is the base of your trident killer with your storage. If you want to keep your banners and your arrows and your crossbows and all that good stuff from these guys, that is what we need to do. Then we simply build up this bit here around our pillager friend. Break out the non-spawn blocks like so. And carry on building up over his head, just like so. And then we can break the glass out. Just like so. And then this dude actually needs to be off of the block we want to put the next part in. So we move him off the block. And then we need our glass, actually. So we grab our glass pane, our glass block, put the glass block on top of the spawn block, and this basically, every time a pillager, captain, or anything else spawns, forces him back out again. And that is our platform for spawning in our pillager captains. Nice and simple, guys, yes? So then we need to put some leaves on top of that, just to stop anything else spawning, because leaves are completely unspawnable. I chose the wrong biome for this. These leaves are ugly, but it's absolutely fine, guys. So as I said, this is the front. And then what we ideally need to do is grab our scaffolding. So obviously you're going to build the scaffolding platform up to our kill stations. So you can turn off and on your trident killer. And then you come up to the spawn platform, which is this one here. Hi, friend. Nope, we went too low. Yes, spawn platform is this block here. So on this one, it's level 77. Obviously for you, it'll be whichever one your spawn platform is actually on. And then we need to go up 32 blocks. So we need to go up to 109 we need to go to. Alrighty, so we've got our top platform. And now here, we need to build ourselves a little platform of leaves. And this will be our AFK spot up here. Now, ideally, guys, you want to build your second trident killer exactly above the one below. So these ones can be gone. And we'll just build out the leaves a little bit this way. Now, again, I recommend building up your storage system first. But it's worth working out, it's worth doing that bit first. And then figuring out where your storage system is actually going to be going. Because you need to put your second trident killer in here. I don't recommend using glass. I do not recommend using glass for this. Because they can get through the glass and basically attack you. So we don't want that to happen. And that, guys, is the second trident killer in. Now, one thing different with this one, guys, is we need a double thick wall around here. Simply because the Ravagers can still break out, which means you probably have to extend your platform out quite a fair distance away from this. And of course, that is now going to be in the wrong spot again, but it's fine. We can make sure we've got at least 2 block gap to put the scaffolding. I didn't think that through before I built it. I just built it, so it's fine. It does not matter in the slightest. So yeah, then what we need to do, guys, is we need to build our platform up 17 blocks. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. And then we need to build that up all the way around all 4 sides and double thick on all 4 walls. So I'll cut back to you guys when I've done that. Alrighty, guys, once we've got our pillar in place, our drop chute, then we need to come to the top and we need to put in our platform for the spawning. Now, this needs to be 8 blocks out. We've already got 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the 9th block is going to be our wall. So again, I'll cut away and I'll fill that in and I'll come back to you in a minute. Alrighty, guys, so now we've got our platform in place. Like I said, 8 blocks out in all directions from our drop chutes. We now need to put our wall in place, which is going to be 4 blocks tall. And we're going to have a leaf block on top of said wall like so. So again, I'll cut back once it's complete. Alrighty, guys, so our spawn platform is in place and I put the leaves around the top rim. Again, this is to start spawning. And the reason it needs to be so tall is because the Ravagers cannot reach that far to break the leaves. Normally, Ravagers will quite happily break leaves for you, and that's not fun. So the next thing we need to do is we need to fill this with our water streams. And the first part of that is to put a block in all 4 corners, just like so. And then we need a 1 block gap between the water and our block on the top here. And then we just fill all the rest of this in, again, leaving a 1 block gap. And then we put water up on top of these, just like so. And if you've done it right, all the water will stop right at the edge of our drop chute, just like so, guys. We've done it. So that, guys, is our basic start of the basic farm is now in place, guys. And the next thing we're going to need is a village. Oh, look, we have a village. More importantly, we need a villager. Right, so our villager, guys, needs to be 12 blocks away from our AFK platform. Our AFK platform is 109. So this is 110, 111, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Any further than that, guys, and he will not be close enough to spark the raids when you get the bad omen. Now, from these 2 blocks here, we put our bed, just like so, and then we need to build a little cage just around our villager to make sure he can't get out. These ones down here are not needed once you've got the bed in place, but you will need these 2 when you put your villager in, because he might just fall through the bed, because that is a thing of Bedrock, just saying. So it doesn't matter how you get your villager in here, guys, as long as you get him in, basically. And it doesn't matter what type of village you've got. It doesn't even need a workstation. Just put your villager in like so. He should connect it to his bed like so, and then go to sleep. And now, once he's gone to sleep, you put glass over his head and on the block above. And just like so, we have this little 5 or 6 block pattern. and we put a couple of layers of leaves on top. Now the reason we have 2 layers of leaves on there, guys, is simply because the villagers are dumb and they will try and escape through said glass sometimes. Not ideal, but it is what it is, so we just deal with it. And that, guys, is our farm done. That is it. We are finished. Then all you need to do, guys, is grab yourself a looting sword. Come down here. And it's just like here. Turn this one on. Then come up to our AFK platform. If you're lucky, by the time you get up here, you'll find that you have got yourself... Oh, okay. Teddy's being dumb. If you're lucky, you'll find you get yourself a pillager. There we go. And we've got a raid starting straight away. Turn on your trident killer up the top here, and then you sit back, relax, and watch the levels and the loot start flowing in. So I'm going to quickly sit here and watch this raid come in. I'm also going to switch to the daytime. And yes, these dudes are extremely loud. We're also going to turn the volume down just a little bit on the game sounds, because that is extremely loud, and we do not need it that loud, guys. As you can see, I picked up bad omen again straight away, which is always good. But as you can quickly see, I'm still within range, but we're getting decent loot already, guys. We got a sword, we got a shovel, we got 14 emeralds and 7 arrows straight away. That was just from raid 1. And we got on hard, so we got 7 raid levels to go through before we complete the raid. But with that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a great lot of fun making this video. And obviously, the raid farm is going to produce you all the emeralds you're ever going to need, all the totems you're going to need, all the iron gear that you might need spare, loads of arrows. It's going to get you crossbows, it's going to get you the pillager banners, it's going to get you all the good stuff. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye for now.